Before we get started with today's interview, just a quick reminder, click the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and ding the bell so that you don't miss any of the great interviews that we have coming up. Now, on to today's interview. Welcome back, everybody. Today, my guest is composer and music educator Mona Rejino. Her piece on the new National Federation of Music Clubs list is Restless. You can find it in her book, Reflections and Relaxations. Thank you for being here today, Mona.
My pleasure.
I loved sight reading this piece. It has all of these cool Latin rhythms and the syncopation, gorgeous harmonies throughout. Talk to us a little bit about creating Restless.
Well, Restless certainly uses a lot of jazz harmonies, and I didn't really think about what they were, but they just came to me as I was writing the piece. A lot of seventh chords, interesting harmonies that hopefully will add a lot of spice to it. And then I loved kind of keeping that Latin rhythm going, so you have this part that keeps coming back. So that's kind of pervasive. It comes in and out throughout the piece. And then you have a lot of flowing scale passages, really, that come, but with accented with the harmonies, hopefully interesting harmonies, and with a lot of forward motion all the way through this piece. It's really pushing all the way to the end.
I love the restless nature of this piece. It really lives up to the title. And one of the things I noticed, you have an awesome video performance of this that we'll link in the description to this video. But as I was listening to it, I stopped hearing piano performance and I started hearing an orchestra. And you've done a beautiful job of kind of creating different orchestrations within the scope of this piano work. I could tell this belongs in the string section. It's these beautiful, wonderful flowing lines. And now I hear woodwinds and I hear brass. Talk to us about your approach compositionally to this piece.
Well, I think we all learned a lot about orchestration from playing Beethoven's piano sonatas. You think that you can just hear when he's switching from violin to viola to cello or, whatever. And, when you grow up learning those works, it sticks with you. And I think a lot of this for me is, I played in jazz bands, back in high school and in college. And I remember those sounds, when the brass would take it over and then the saxophones would take it and, the percussion in the back and the rhythm section, that I was a part of. And, that just filters into your compositions and especially into this one.
I love how all of those previous experiences and all of the music that you had listened to and appreciated kind of informed what you did in this piece. It's evident, and it's such a cool thing because you've taken all of those influences and turned them into something that's uniquely yours and special. So what was your compositional process putting this work together?
Oh, wow. This piece came pretty easily. It was one of those that just kind of starts rolling through your head. Some pieces, at least for me, are a big struggle. You just, every day you sit down and work on them and it's like, am I ever going to get to the end of this? This one almost wrote itself. It just kind of came, so I was lucky in that way for this one.
My guest today has been composer and music educator Mona Rejino. Her piece on the new National Federation of Music Clubs list is Restless. You can find it in her book, Reflections and Relaxations, available from fine music retailers near you. Thank you so much for being here today, Mona.
Thank you, Sam.